Hi, this is Mark Kaufman, Blackboard's Senior Partner Software Engineer. Today I'm going to show you how to update the JWKS URL if you got one from Blackboard back when we provided those when you registered your LTI 1.3 application. We're no longer providing them, but some folks, when we first started, introduced LTI 1.3 into the Blackboard Learn, Blackboard was hosting the JWKS URL. We no longer do that because the best practice for security is for your tool to host the JWKS URL so that you can update that on a regular basis. You can rotate the keys and the secrets, and you can keep the JWKS URL that you have. Then you just need to rotate your keys and secrets. But Blackboard isn't hosting these because we're not going to rotate your keys and secrets for you, and it's best practice that we don't have your private key somewhere. So although we can't see it, it's just actually we have your public key. It's best practice that we don't host your public key. So scratch that part about we have your private key. We don't have your private key. If you did it this way, that would be a really bad security breach. But we have been hosting public keys for some tool providers who've got this early on. So here we are. I have this tool that I registered some time ago, back in the day, AAA MBK LTI 1.3 only, and it's got a an application ID / client ID in the LTI 1.3 terminology. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my Learn system. And so we're going to go hit in here and we're going to register it into this Blackboard Learn system. And you're going to see how that looks when we register it. So we just go here and we register it. So what you see here is that the JWKS URL is blank. And that's because Blackboard is hosting the JWKS URL, JWKS, the URL for that. And then our system, our developer portal, knows that we've got that for you, and so that you didn't have to register a JWKS URL. And if you look at the registration for the tool, you're going to see, we hit edit here. This is the tool registration. You'll see that it's blank. Okay, so and you can't register tools like this any longer, but back in the day you could. So we're going to put this tool on the system here, on the Learn system. And so now we've got it registered, AAA MBK LTI 1.3 only. And it would work, you know, your product works today with your tool with this. But what you're wanting to do now is you're wanting to upgrade and actually provide a JWKS URL for your tool. So how do you do that, and what are our mutual clients need to do? So what you need to do is go back to your tool registration, and you'll just put in what the JWKS URL is. So you might do something like, you might copy this, and it might just be something like JWKS. All right, so now you've got that. Now, as soon as you do this, your tool is going to break on all of your client systems. As soon as somebody at your company goes to the developer portal and does this, your clients will not be able to use your tool until they do what I show you next. So this is the first step. We're going to update this application to have a JWKS URL. Now it's got a JWKS URL. Now all that needs to happen now is each of your clients needs to go back to this tool registration and click edit, and then what they'll do is they'll grab the client ID, they'll hit cancel, and then what they'll do is they'll go register LTI Advantage Tool. They should not remove this. They shouldn't delete it. They shouldn't delete it at all. They shouldn't do anything with this. They should just edit and get the client ID or application ID, and then just plug that in again here, and then hit submit. And now you'll notice that the JWKS URL came back down, the one that we just plugged in over here on the developer portal. Here it is, and then they hit submit, and now your tool will be working fine again for your clients who've done this. So the steps are: you inform your clients, our mutual clients, that you're going to be changing the JWKS URL. You tell them when. You coordinate with them. Then you come into the developer portal and you go to your production tool, the application, and you hit edit. You put in the JWKS URL that you're going to be using from now on. You hit update application. And now immediately after that, before your client can use your tool again, your product, they need to go in and just, the easiest way I think is just hit edit, copy the client ID off. That way you know they got it right. And then just register it again, just re-register, plug it in here, and hit submit. And that's all that needs, and then hit submit again. And that's all that needs to happen. All right, thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful.